Famous person you'd like to meet. Describe a famous person you'd like to meet. You should say who this person is, where you'd like to meet this person, how you know this person, why you'd like to meet this person.
Welcome to me_IELTS Fluency. You're not just here to watch, you're here to participate. Feel free to share your own sample answers in the comments section and exchange ideas with others. Let's learn and grow together.
I'd like to share with you one of the most influential figures I've ever come across, Angelina Jolie. She's a truly remarkable woman, known not only for her exceptional talent and unforgettable performances on screen, but also for her tireless humanitarian efforts, which you might have heard about. Anyway, let me tell you how I became familiar with her profound impact beyond Hollywood. It was last summer, during my break, when a friend recommended a book inspired by her life and advocacy work. To be honest, I was initially reluctant to invest my time in a biography. I've never been particularly drawn to biographies, especially those centered around celebrities, as I often assumed they focused more on fame than substance. However, his enthusiastic recommendation persuaded me to give it a shot. I'm grateful I did because, from the very first chapters, I was drawn into a narrative that challenged all my expectations. What stood out to me immediately was that Jolie's success isn't just about Hollywood achievements, it's about lifting others up. Her work with refugees, her advocacy for women's rights, and her fearless approach to addressing global injustices showed me a new side of her, one I hadn't fully seen before. To my surprise, the more I read, the more inspired I became. What truly sets Jolie apart is her character. Despite her worldwide fame, she remains grounded. Moreover, her modesty and down-to-earth manner are truly inspiring, especially for young people like myself who are searching for real-life role models. If I ever had the chance to meet her, I wouldn't want it to be at a red carpet event. I'd hope to cross paths with her in a refugee camp where she's actively working, somewhere that reflects her commitment to service, because I'd want to witness her impact firsthand and express my appreciation for how deeply her actions have influenced my perspective on compassion and responsibility. All in all, Angelina Jolie is an incredible humanitarian figure whom I deeply respect, and I'll forever admire her dedication to helping others. If I hadn't read her biography, I might never have become familiar with such an inspiring person. Phrases and idiomatic expressions. Influential figure, a person who has a strong effect on others or on the world. Come across, to encounter or meet someone, often unexpectedly. Truly remarkable woman, a genuinely outstanding or admirable woman. Tireless humanitarian efforts, constant and energetic work to help people in need, especially globally. Profound impact, a deep and meaningful influence or effect, beyond Hollywood, outside of or apart from her career in film, in other areas of life. During my break, during a vacation or time off from work or school, give it a shot. Try something out, even if you're unsure about it. Drawn into a narrative, deeply engaged or emotionally involved in a story, challenged all my expectations. Surprised me by being very different in a good way from what I thought. What stood out to me, what I noticed most clearly, what was most impressive, lifting others up, helping others improve their lives or feel empowered, a new side of her, an aspect of her personality or work I hadn't seen or known before. Despite her worldwide fame, even though she is famous all over the world, she remains grounded. She stays humble and realistic, doesn't act superior, down-to-earth manner, natural, practical, and humble way of behaving. Real-life role models. Actual people who serve as examples to look up to in everyday life. Red carpet event. A glamorous, celebrity-filled event, like a movie premiere. Cross paths with her. Meet her by chance, or in a meaningful moment. Witness her impact firsthand. See the effects of her work with my own eyes. Express my appreciation. Show gratitude or thankfulness. Deeply respect. Admire greatly on a serious level. I'll forever admire. I will always look up to or feel inspired by her. Dedication to helping others. Strong commitment to doing good for people in need. If I hadn't read her biography, conditional phrase, showing how reading the book changed your view.
Preparing these sample answers takes a lot of time, but your support keeps me going. If you find my content helpful, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and connect with me through these links. I've also added them in the video description. Your encouragement means everything to me.